Hi everybody, welcome along to the channel. My name is Caroline. I'm a UK-based physics lecturer at a university. In June, I did a recording of my 5 favourite items that I've been using throughout the month, which were brightening up my working day or making doing academic work from home a little bit easier. And I thought I'd continue it and I would do the same thing in July. So these are the top 5 things that I found myself using in July that have either made working from home a bit more comfortable or made my job, a little bit more fun to do from home. I would say I'm incredibly lucky. So my university is allowing us to work mainly from home at the moment. So I'm able to interact with my PhD students and my master's students. I am able to visit the campus occasionally if I need to get into a laboratory. So, the university are being brilliant. And I know how fortunate I am, that the fact that I can keep working my job and I can keep kind of doing my academic studies remotely. But these are the 5 things that I have found that I've been using in July. Number 1, and it's my biggest item for this month, is my new desktop. That makes it sound like a computer. I mean a physical top for my desk. So when the pandemic hit and we went into lockdown in the UK, I needed to find a desk to work from. I'm sure many people were doing the same thing. I'm very lucky. I actually had an old desk that I was able to dig out, and it served me well for a good few months, but it was only 60 centimetres deep. And I know that sounds like a lot, but by the time you put your stuff on it, your laptop, your computer screen, your keyboard, there wasn't much room for books, textbooks, my files, my lecture notes. So I decided this month to upgrade my desk. I was a bit frugal. I kept the legs, so I took the legs off the old desk and I bought a new desktop and then basically bolted the legs back onto it, and ta-da, I have a nice new shiny desk to work from. It is now 75 centimetres deep, which is fantastic, and it's also a little bit longer as well. So that's my number 1 favourite thing. I now have a really comfy desk where I can fit everything I need and work more comfortably. The thing I don't have yet is a comfy desk chair, so that might be a favourite coming in August. We will have to see. But that's number 1. Number 2, my second favourite thing, is this. Now, I think I mentioned this at the start of March. These are, basically it's a daily agenda to-do pad. And I think these are brilliant. I know you can just write your plan of what you're doing each day on a piece of paper. But for me, somehow by writing it onto this, I don't know, it just makes me far more likely to accomplish the tasks if I feel they're written on a nice pad, in a nice colour pen. I have a bit of a system where I use days of the week. I section off areas for emails, for kind of personal activities I need to get done that day. I have a bit of a box ticking off system that I use. This has definitely helped productivity and making sure that I get tasks done in the order where they need to be finished. So that's my second favourite for July. Third favourite for July. This one's a little bit kind of, I guess, sentimental is too strong a word, but it's a tin basically that I was able to go back into my office a few weeks ago at the university and get some of my files. I need some of my teaching files to prepare for the next semester. I need some admissions related material ready for next month. And whilst I was there, I grabbed this little tin, which usually sits on my desk in the university. It had very expensive shortbread in it originally, which was tasty, but very expensive. But I just really like the tin. So now I just chuck CDs in it. I've got some spare batteries that I keep in it, some post-it notes. And I guess it just makes my desk at home feel a little bit like my university desk at work. So yeah, that's my third favourite for July. Fourth favourite, and this is not a new item. I've had these for about 5 or 6 years. So I went through a period when I was working in industry of doing a lot of travelling. I was on a lot of long haul flights, which seems quite strange in the current situation, but I was travelling a lot back then, and I decided to invest in a pair of noise cancelling headphones. At the time when I bought these, I knew they were a treat. This felt like a really luxurious item to be able to buy. But I'd calculated how many hours I was going to be spending in the sky, and I figured it was a worthwhile purchase. So these are my noise cancelling headphones. They are old school, so they require a battery. I'll give you a look at how they look. Check that look out. Little switch on the side. When I activate it, it means I cancel out any background noise. Again, I'm really lucky. I work in a fairly quiet environment, but there's just something about putting these on that makes me really focus on the task in hand. I think it's because it knocks out any kind of noise of people doing their gardening or people just walking by where I live. Yeah, there's something about wearing a pair of noise cancelling headphones that seems to make me very focused. So that, coupled with my to-do list, have been my top 2 things I've turned to help keep me productively working in the month of July. And final thing, it wouldn't be a top 5 without a book. Last month the book was quite long. This month I've definitely gone for a shorter read. So this book is perfect if you're a physicist, but it's also really good if you're just curious about science. You want a quick read to explore some of the key ideas going on in physics at the moment. So it is 7 Brief Lessons on Physics by Carlo Rivelli. It's just a really quick read, but it kind of canters you through some of the key ideas and theories. So from atoms to space. Yeah, it's just really fun, really thin, so a nice quick one to read. I've read it before and I was sorting out my bookcase and I came across it again, and it's just a nice one to dip into. Good if you go into like a 20-minute break between doing activities or tasks. So yeah, that is my book of July. So that's it. They are my top 5 favourites for July. My new tabletop desk, my notepad, like the notepad, the little tin that reminds me of my office, noise cancelling headphones because, you know, why not? And then the book of choice. I hope you're getting on, working okay from wherever you are. I know we're all having to work in very different places at the moment, so I hope you've managed to find a quiet corner somewhere if you've got studies that you need to get completed. As again, I'm very lucky to be able to have a large desk and a nice view so I can look at some trees whilst I'm busy working away. But thank you for clicking on the video. I hope these July favourites were interesting. I will be back on Thursday, and on Thursday I'll be chatting a little bit about why I chose the university I made my application to become a lecturer. So if you're interested in the thought process behind picking a university, I'll compare it a bit to my thought process as a student when I chose my university as a student. So yeah, I'll fill you in on Thursday. But in the meantime, take care of yourselves, look after yourselves, and I'll see you in a few days. Oh, and if you like my video, do hit the like button and do hit the subscribe button. Okay, bye.